here. How is your weather there? Guys, yeah, how are you doing today? I've got dog fuzz in my mouth. I said I'd go live at 2 to answer any Iraqi Dinar RV questions. I think I got back to everybody's emails, which was a lot. I did not get to rest. So how are you? I'm just waiting for everybody to come on. I'm happy, blessed, and free. I'm happy, blessed, and free. I had a lot of good intel out of Iraq today. And there's a lot of uncertainty as to when this could happen. So please subscribe, tap the bell if you're live. I'm waiting for my moderators to come on. Please be nice in the chat. I serve at the pleasure of my king, and I'm helping people understand how the Iraqi dinar works and how it could possibly happen this year. So there's a lot going on, and I've got my own intel sources on the ground in Iraq that are military. So if you're interested in that, or if you just want to chat, you feel free to come on. Christy from Vegas, let's get this party started. Hey, Bonnie, how are you? Bonnie Polson, welcome to the live stream. I'm doing vertical live streams now, probably exclusively. Why? So I can help more people. I'm in Maine. My name is Melanie Hinds. I'm an expert in finances and helping you know how to approach the banks when you want to exchange your currency. Hey, from London, and it works all over the world. I get so many questions. Can it work in the EU? Can it work here? Yes, the banking system is all the same. Hold on, let me wait some people come on. I will show you a little bit about the central banking system. The banks all roll up to the central banks. They're all connected. They're all going to be on the same system eventually. I think they're all in process of being digital, and I think we're seeing it roll out in Iraq right now, because that's how they're going to make Iraq secure and stable. Oh, I had a great Christmas, Jim. How are you? Welcome to my live stream. And let's see, Lenora King, hey, from Washington. And what's your weather like there? It's probably a lot like here. It's rainy here. I've got this hat on because I'm just chilled. It's not that cold. It's literally like 40s, 50s, but the rain is just my least favorite weather. Hey, Sabrina, thank you for being here. My one superstar moderator is on. She's going to help keep the chat clean, so be nice. Chandon Mama, what can I get for, you can't get anything. Yeah, this is not a channel where you're going to want to come on and approach me for anything that's not faith or financial, right? Hey, Pamela, you're a member of my channel. Heidi from Texas, New York. New look, new year, new yes. But we're not focusing on the new year yet because there's plenty of miracles coming in now. You're from Maine also? Welcome. Hey, I live in Maine and I've got my dogs here. They're both in nap time. Like it's that time. I should be nap time, but I wanted to go live just to answer any questions. Steve Lawson, Big Steve-O from Chicago. Oh, you got a glass of wine already? I'm not doing cocktails till 5. I'm just saying that's the way I stay disciplined. But I do need to get my shake. I'm going to give people a chance to come on before I go into the intel. Because after my live stream, I got another article from our people on the ground there that I shared for my Zoom people first. Because, you know, my Zoom peeps, we do bi-monthly Zooms on my channel. There's membership levels on my channel. And we do bi-monthly Zooms for just, you know, a small group of people. And I'm free. There's no ads, and it's on Zoom. And then the replays are always available from the members on the YouTube platform. Now the membership you do through YouTube. And by the way, I'm new to these vertical live streams, so you got to give me some time to get used to it. My description only talks about the shakes. That is how I've stayed this way at 59 years old. I'm healthy because of these shakes, right? I cut off the genetic history of my parents, right? I lost both my parents at 28 when they both died of heart attacks. And it was a shock and it was heartbreaking. And we all have heartbreaking stories. We've all lost a lot of people, some recently. So if you're in the grieving phase, my heart goes out to you. I'm going to do my shake while I'm live, while I'm waiting for people to come on, because I didn't eat, I didn't sleep. Why? I've been too busy responding to your emails about my strategies, the 3 steps for a safe exchange, debt collection, or tax strategies. So I'm not doing any emails for a while now because I just spent I haven't stopped. I haven't eaten. So this is the 2 o'clock. I'm going to kind of do my shake. sedan or SUV? I have a pickup truck. I have a Dodge Ram, right? I don't like sedans. They're not me. I drove a Jeep before this. I'm kind of a rebel with a cause. What is my cause? To help keep people free from their debt. Understand how the tax laws work so you can benefit from them, right? I'm all about benefiting from the tax strategies. I mean, I get refunds every year. I have for like 10 years. I've gotten refunds. Why? Because my husband makes a lot of money, but then we run businesses that no fault of mine ended up having losses, right? So you offset your gains with losses and then you can get a refund. It's just a tax strategy. So I offer basic tax strategies, but that you have to email me, and I don't have that information under this video. Sorry. I just don't, because I haven't stopped, right? And then my husband calls me because I guess I missed somebody, I guess knocked on the door. I didn't hear it. I'm very busy, right? So I'm making my shake with my I got some Sun Warrior protein and some Sun Warrior collagen peptides, because I'm doing a meal replacement because I usually only have one major meal a day. Boy, there's a lot of, is it somebody's birthday? Thank you for all the Karen Price. Happy birthday to you, Karen. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Karen. Happy birthday to you, and many more. We're a very cool club here. So if you want to join us, just subscribe, tap the bell. We'll help you get free financially from your debt. Stop worrying about taxes. And if you do happen to be one of the few million people in the world that are invested in Iraqi dinar, I sure hope you'll subscribe and tap the bell, because I present a different way of thinking about it. And I present a different approach for how do you do a safe exchange. So join me. I take Cardio Essentials. Definitely need this to keep the ticker strong, because I have a history of both my parents died of heart attacks. I'm also married to a firefighter. And whether you know this or not, the #1 killer of firefighters is heart attacks. So my husband and I both take that product. This is another product. This is under my video, is the shakes. It's how I stay healthy. It's how I stay fit and trim. And I also combine that with a program that will help you save money on your groceries. When you take my products, if you do it right, you can tax deduct them. And if you help others, you can make money. I've earned as much as $10,000 in a month in residual income until a malignant narcissist destroyed it through lies, trying to steal it, but they were never successful. Because I pray and I fast and I help other people. Yes, you're welcome. My husband's looking at puppies for this year. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm taking the 24K. That's my secret weapon. Got 24 key brain enhancing ingredients, so it helps me focus, especially in the afternoon. And does anybody have any questions about the Iraqi dinar? Or I'm going to go into the intel this afternoon, because there was a new article. I will do an intel summary, I hope, depending on how long I do this, right? It depends on how good you guys are and if I have any serious people asking questions, because I like to use my time wisely. Hey, James, you're from Canada. Hey, how are you? You're, what is PEI? Here, I'm going to scan down. I've got to get some ice. This is my shake. Bunch of powders. Relive heals the body at the cellular level. So if you have health issues, you can reverse those. We can't make any health claims, but it's just the best possible nutrition you can put in your body. And when you do it the way I do it, even if you're just doing the basics, I suggest a little of this Chobani plain yogurt in the afternoon whenever you decide to break your fasting window. Everybody, if you sleep, hold on. I got this new gizmo for Christmas. I don't really know how it works, obviously. Here you go. This scan over here, right? So I can keep talking to you. So, anyways, I help people save money, right? And I help people know how to, hey, Karen. Oh, I have to go down and see what other comments are. So I had a Zoom this morning with my crew. And January 2nd does look pretty darn promising. I'm hoping it's still this year. So I do a big scoop of yogurt in here. Why? Because I'm married to a firefighter, and when he wants to eat something, I eat with him, but I don't. It's not necessarily good for my my system. I'm going to scan you over here. I'm getting used to a new vertical live. I'm getting used to a new handy dandy contraption that's supposed to follow me, but we haven't learned how to turn that on yet. Everything's new today. Yes, everybody's wishing her a happy birthday. So look, I'm going to put whatever berries I have. This is blueberries. I put like, I don't know, half a cup. I don't measure anything. I just go by feel. And then I blend it up with ice. So, how is everybody? Oh, thank you, Lisa, for saying that. Yeah, we're all waiting on this to happen. Yes, hey, Pamela, thanks for saying happy birthday to Karen. It's a special day for her. Oh. Guys, this weather is depressing, but I can't be depressed when I'm helping others. That's why I do this. I love helping others. And my dogs, oh my God, look, see the towel on the floor? Here, let me show you. See the towel on the floor? You wouldn't believe how hard it is to keep two dogs, the floor not getting muddy. It is such a mess out there. There's no snow. There's nothing worse than a muddy winter in Maine because the dogs just track their muddy paws everywhere. And so it's not my favorite day. I'm just saying. But I always love hanging out with people and helping them. Blind Owl, the same banks Melanie talks about. You will need to check banks. Yes. And guys, all you got to do, target the 3 biggest banks wherever you are. If you're in Canada, it's Royal Canadian. What is it? You should know better than I do. I don't know what the big banks are in Canada. Now, my strategies will talk about the biggest banks in America, of course. Bank of America, Wells Fargo, and JP Morgan Chase, right? But all you got to do is replace the banks. Why? Because the underlying system of the banks is the same. You need to understand that. It's the same. And everybody's going digital. Okay, I'll make you a coffee. So this is my shake. Oh, it's so good. Oh, shit. Thank you, Big Papa D, RBC, CIBC, Scotiabank, and TD. There you go. Because my strategy is you don't want one bank to know what the other bank doesn't. You don't want anybody to know how much you have either. It's part of my negotiating strategy. Right? What they don't know won't hurt them. You know, when I was buying a car one time, my husband and I always buy used. Both of our trucks are used. We paid cash for them. And we're fearless negotiators. Why? Well, I represent the kingdom. I had this hat on today. I can't put it on right now because I'm freezing. I represent the kingdom. And as a kingdom, we are overcomers. We are wise as serpents, but gentle as doves. So when you're dealing with car dealers, right, they're just there to make the most profit. But if you're educated, you can get a good deal. So I remember one time we were replacing one of our vehicles because we always own vehicles and we drive them till they're gone and we don't have payments for years because that's the only way you get your money. What's kingdom? Jesus Christ's kingdom on earth. That's the kingdom I'm referring to. The kingdom that's represented by the cross. I guess I need to get a worm hat that has a cross on it too, so you understand that. I remember I went to one of my neighbors who are not kingdom minded. I rule and reign. You know. Oh, thank you. I got this in the Portland Mall. There's not a lot of malls in Maine. Portland is one of the only ones, and I got them in a kiosk when I went there to get something fixed. I don't remember, guys. I do very simple. Do I like Zach Bryan? Yes, I like all kinds of music. All kinds of music. So anyways, this is the kingdom I represent. So no funny business, because I'm not like, I'm happily married for 23 years. I'm here for faith and finances. Lisa, thank you for being here. I'm holding this because I'm freezing. It's wet. It's depressing here. Like, I'm so glad I'm going live a lot. Canadian girl, I love it. Normal's not coming back. Jesus says, I know. Oh my God, what is normal? I think crazy is normal now. We call them bananas on my family. It's a term that doesn't, guys, I'm in mental health counseling. Mental health is imperative these days, and there's a lot of people struggling with it. Why? They're very confused. It's all by design. They don't want you mentally healthy. Sabrina, yes, Sabrina needed help. DJ Flame, hey sis! Oh, my spirits are up. Remember, capital gains on taxes in Canada. No kidding. Polar plunge is coming. I ain't part of that. Hey, 93 Hendrix. Guys, some of the older music, oh my God. It was like prophetic. If you listen to some of the verses, you know, when you say Hendrix, I'm thinking of Hendrix. Well, there's always been people on earth that see different things. No, I don't have WhatsApp, DJ. That's a scammer. Do not get scammed. Guys, there's people pirating my Facebook profile all the time. I'm on my Facebook profile. I put it on my community page. Go look for it. They're always, you know, saying official Melanie Hinds. Why? Because I get a lot of traction on my channel. So don't buy the lies. They're all liars. I would never say, all I say is email me at iamhappy77@yahoo.com. And usually that's information underneath the video, but I don't know how to do this when I do these vertical lives. Yeah, you knew I wouldn't do that. I don't even know. I go, what is WhatsApp? I don't know what that is. But I had somebody else saying, oh, join me on a WhatsApp call. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do that because the scammers use it. I'm not using it. Right? I stay very simple on my channel. Most of my content is on YouTube and it's posted elsewhere. Like, I'm on Telegram, but only to post my YouTube content and to get information that was only available on Telegram. Hey, whatever happened with the CEO of Telegram? They were after him. Did they ever get him? Or is he still hiding? I needed something. I needed that shake. That was amazing. Yeah, that's wrong. That's a lie. Melanie Hinds official. I don't pay to be official. I'm already official. I got my crown, right? I don't need to be official on those platforms. Thank you, moderators. Guys, I hope if you're watching, you'll ask me a question about the Iraqi dinar. Yes, amen, girl. Yeah, I'm already officially... Yes, Sabrina and Lisa are doing a good job. There was a lot of bananas. You know, I was just, I don't know. I was just, I did my live, then I did my Zoom, and I just stay busy when my husband's, you know, at work. He was like, did you hear the doorbell? And I'm like, how was I going to hear the doorbell? I was locked in the back room with my dogs. And honestly, I'm taking them out as little as possible because of their dirty, muddy paws. Like, you know what it's like to round up two busy, very active dogs to get them to rub off their paws? It's not easy. Yes, God bless America. Amen. And pray for me that I last because... Oh, Maxine, it's your birthday too. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Maxine. Happy birthday to you and many more. It wouldn't be great if the Iraqi dinar revalues on your birthday. I think it'd be great. I know. 93 Hendrix, me too. I'm very excited. Autism matters. I'm not sure. Is 12 inches in the... You might be, are you, I don't know. You need to clarify that. Happy birthday. Yes, everybody's going to say happy birthday, Maxine. We have the best crew on the internet. I'm going to see if I can get something else. Woo! My husband got me these. I think I'm going to have some of these. I just had my health shake. Guys, the great thing about Relive is it makes up for a bad diet. I try to eat really healthy, but today we're celebrating, right? Hold on, I've got to make sure the base stays on. There we go. It was getting a little. I'm going to take you in my office where it's warm. I'm going to keep my hat so you know whose kingdom I represent. So, guys, the world is bananas, right? I like bananas in a split form. That's the only way, is with ice cream, strawberry, chocolate, or hot fudge. Oh, you're going to come in? Okay, hold on. The dogs are coming in, so I'm going to shut this door. Wait. Oh, you know, look at this weather. I just want to show you this, and then we're going to get into the intel because it's been about 20 minutes. Happy birthday. We got a happy birthdays, and I would rather wish you happy birthday than focus on my weather, which is, it's the worst weather. It really is the worst weather. Look. You see it? It's just like, it's, it makes me cold just looking at it. So I'm going to look at all you beautiful people. All you beautiful people. I am in Maine. Very cold. Big John and friends. I'm in Maine. Far away from anybody else. Far away from... Can we exchange one note at an airport before you go to a bank? Yeah, you could, I guess. Airports are great places if you just want to exchange one note. Right? I would think. But they're not going to give you cash. They're in an airport. They don't have cash. Everything's going digital. Wakey, wakey. If you just... near me, yes, I'm near, yes, I'm closer to Nova Scotia than I am anywhere else, even to Boston. Crazy. Trying to upgrade my membership, having trouble. What kind of trouble are you having? Are you using my cheapest link? Here, let me go on. I'll go in the chat. See, the great thing about doing this, see, vertical live streaming is all the rage, and it's been around for 10 months, and I was behind the times. I've been looking at some other channels that I saw grow faster than me. And then now I'm looking at them going, oh my gosh, they're vertical live streaming. I mean, I'm telling you, it's hilarious. JC, welcome. You're new here. I'm sorry, I'm going to have a couple chocolates. I did my nutritional shake. Yep, everything's going digital, guys. I've got my iPad that I was using this morning on the charger. Let me check. Okay, it's at 72%. So nobody hits on me. Here's my hot husband. I am not, that's my husband. I'm not available. I've been happily married to him, and he's a fireman. He's a fireman and he works on the water. He's hot, right? Guys, it was 222. 222 is miracle signs and wonders. Oh, I needed some chocolate. Yes, I'm 59. My husband's 8 years younger than me. I'm eating cherry cordial kisses. My husband surprised me with them yesterday. My uncle was a fireman. Yeah, it's an honorable profession. He was called to it. It was definitely a calling. He found it late in life, though. So the reason why I want the Iraqi, to be honest, the reason why I want the Iraqi dinar revalue, I'm 59. He got into it so late in life that he can't retire till I'm 70. I'm being honest. I need the Iraqi dinar revalue. Oh, thank you, Maxine Aldi. You're friendly. Leonard. Hi, Leonard Council. So, guys, to upgrade, I don't know what to tell you. You just have to. Why don't you go in the Zoom search bar and say, how do I upgrade my membership? And a ton of videos will pop down. Oh, your son was a firefighter in the Air Force? He served both ways, right? He was in the service. Donna Williams, 2 old cars will not start and did good. You have 2 old cars? Oh, we've had old. Guys, we drove old vehicles for the majority of our marriage. They were like, in fact, my husband's broke down just as we got into Portland, Maine, full of stuff when we were moving from Florida. Guys, everything we've done, our entire marriage has been on the cheap. Everything. I mean, I've really lived with nothing. I grew up with nothing though, so it doesn't bother me. I've learned how to be content, whether well-fed or going hungry, right? When did the Kuwaiti dinar revalue? Well, Mr. T, who's one of my intel sources, retired EMT, 34 years, Michael Hewitt, nice to meet you. Honored to be in your presence. I love the people. It did happen in the 90s because I remember I was working for Price Waterhouse when we invaded Kuwait, and that's when they devalued it. Did you listen to the Mr. T summary? Guys, I didn't get a chance to do a separate video. Keegan is bananas, maybe? I don't know. Guys, check out Keegan. Nick, I'm doing great. How are you? Busy day. Keegan, it's your birthday too? Happy birthday to you. There are a lot of birthdays today. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Keegan. Happy birthday to you. Although they said you were suspect. What are you doing? Guys, we got some great moderators on. Be nice or you'll be blocked. Oh, he's a banana. Okay. Well, Keegan, you're what are bananas? In our family, bananas are, it's a loving term for the people that may have some mental health issues or not really our type of people. I don't want to denigrate a whole bunch of people, and so we just say bananas because we love you, but we just don't get what you're doing here. One of these things is not like the others. That's all it is. And I just laugh at it all. I've learned to take life very lightly. Guys, as a co-creator with Christ, you can do anything. Sabrina got the name split. Got the Nana split? She got the Nana split. The black painting, be you, be true, be bold. My husband bought that for me when I was in a bad, low season of my life, when my malignant narcissist business partner had destroyed my business. I was searching for purpose again, and so he got that for me. He's a good man. Okay, so I'm going to get in the chat and share. What did somebody want me to share? The cheapest link? I don't know anything about a Wise card. What is a Wise card? I've had people ask me that. How do I transfer from, they were asking me about a Wise card, Coinbase, no, not USDT. Okay, you need to understand. You can't make money with USDT. You can't make money with RLUSD. Those are stable coins that you park money in so you can buy other foreign currencies. So I've been getting a lot of comments, and I'm sick of saying I don't know anything about that because I think you guys are just, I don't know. I think you guys are deceived somehow because it doesn't make any sense, right? So, yeah, it's a digital, well, so is it like a currency exchange? Like a crypto exchange? A digital account for money transfer? I don't trust it. I'm sorry, I don't trust it. I do the crypto exchanges that I trust in. That's it. I don't use a Wise account. It's, you know what it sounds like? A play on words. Just like Redemption Center, I'm redeemed through Jesus Christ. I don't need a damn center to do it. Or to scan my heart and tell me I'm a good person. That is all bullshit unless you know the truth. Well, that's what they say. They honor the exchange. That sounds like the digital form of the confusion between a fiat system to the digital system. Guys, we're moving from a fiat to a digital system. Don't get it twisted. That Wise is confusing the Iraqi dinar and saying, oh, you can do it digitally. Not right now, you can't. No, you can't. If you believe that lie, you're going to lose some money. Be very, very careful what you believe right now. There are so many scams. And if you're a scammer, I'll find you out. my discernment is on 10x. My discernment is huge. It's the only reason why the Lord Jesus gave me a prophetic vision. I know who's a scammer and who's not. So let me explain something to you. I need a new board. How do I get a new one? Okay, here's a new one, untitled. Okay, I need to explain something. This is a board my husband got me. I'm using all new stuff. First, I haven't been doing vertical live streams very long. Right now, a lot of people, for anybody who's not familiar with crypto, anybody familiar with crypto? Most people hold Dinar, right? The title of this was what? Iraqi Dinar Q&A? I'm going to throw down some truth. Follow me or not. Everybody, the dinar you hold is fiat. Okay? But they're transitioning to digital. But what are they going to do? The only way we're going to make money is if we can take our fiat to a bank. Okay? That's the only way we make money, if we exchange it at a bank. Or you guys go to a redemption center. I'm not going to even go into that right now. Okay? But on the ground in Iraq, the only reason why they can say they're secure and stable is because a lot of these Iraqi citizens have, I'm trying to think which diagram I should use. A lot of these Iraqi citizens, these blue little circles, those are the Iraqi citizens that have the digital cards. They have increased purchasing power based on my sources on the ground in Iraq that are military. They have purchasing power of 10 cents. Instead of what we see over here, if you Google Iraqi dinar to USD, you're going to get a value of 0.00076. See, this is a new tech I just got at Christmas because my husband's amazing. So do you understand? They're going digital. So what they're going to do, though, is they can't screw everybody that has they're going to have to give them a value. When they change the value, we're going to be able to go to the bank, right? Well, they could, but Sudani promised that the Iraqi dinar would have a greater value. If this is a USD, Sudani promised the Iraqi dinar would be over here. So as the dollar goes up, Iraq dinar is always going to be above it until such time as everything is, what did Trump call it in 2017? Everything's on a level playing field. That is in the future. That is not now. Okay, we want this to revalue soon so we can get some money for it. You know what I mean? What's crypto? Yeah, this is not a crypto discussion. This is Iraqi dinar discussion. This is an Iraqi dinar discussion. So there's several power players here. There's the government of Iraq, who's being audited by Ernst & Young right now. There's the CBI, who's being audited by Oliver and Wyman. Why? To make sure the QFS system is working in Iraq. Okay? And because they love their leader, they've had a good leader for 2 years. Sudani's very well respected. The people trust him. So what are they doing? The Iraqi citizens have put all their money back into the banking system. They took it out of their mattresses and put it in the banking system. So they're getting more and more people to adopt their new banking system. Okay? Kenny Love, welcome to Faith 101, where you get truth, facts, and optimism and specialized content. And now you got a tag. 4 months you've been a member. Congratulations. You just hit 4 months, Kenya. Kenya Love just hit 4 months as a member. Congratulate them. I'm glad you're on. See, I see all my members, I see differently. So anyways, guys, this is basic instruction before leaving Earth. Before the mothership, the central banks take us up into Starlink and we become what do they want us to become? I'm in a funny mood. You either play along or not. You got to laugh at what's against us. Lots of bananas. Your moderators are doing great. I know. No, I'm here to answer your questions, but until you have a good question, I'm going to teach you some basics. Guys, if you don't understand the basics, you're going to get conned. There was somebody on here that said, do you have a Wise account? No, I don't trust those accounts. I'm just saying. See, there you go. I haven't heard anything good about those. It's because why? Guys, when there's something's about to change like this, and we're in the process of going from, thank you, Lord Jesus. When we're in the process of going from fiat to digital, there's all sorts of scammers in between this process. And that makes for us very sad when we lose our money. Very sad. My good friend Gila lost $10,000 because she had somebody that was like a grandmother that showed her pictures of their kids and really worked the personal relationship through Telegram, stole 10,000 flipping dollars from her. I'm trying to save people from that. Do you understand? You can get really screwed up, right? Totally new to your content. I've only followed Mark Z, Militiaman. Wait, I'm glad you're here. I've only followed Mark Z, Militiaman, and crew, hearing a lot, but still pessimistic that it's soon. Not negative, just waiting for a while. Terry Shipman, I've been waiting 12 years. How long have you been waiting? Now, on the channel, the difference between me and the other Intel people is I'm not an Intel person until the military guys on the ground reached out to me. They reached out to me because I'm the Truth, Facts, and Optimism channel, but I'm also a faith channel. So I focus a lot on faith in the morning. I go live every morning for coffee and conversation. Yeah, Sabrina's doing a great job. Sabrina, I love you. Thank you. I've been praying for you because I knew you were going to be on today at 2, and I didn't know if anybody else was going to be on because honestly, I spent all day on my just trying to keep up, right? I'm just trying to keep up with everybody so you get the information you've asked me for. And I'm a person of integrity and my word, and that's why they're using my profile on Facebook to screw people over. They're also using my Telegram. They're using all sorts of things, WhatsApp scams, fake Facebook profiles, and on I guess the latest one is, I haven't seen it lately, but they're messaging people talking about WhatsApp, which is not me, even though it looks like me, right? In the comments under some of my videos. I know. Mr. T. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the funnest part that happened today. Mr. T sent a video. Mr. T sent an email. And he gave the background of, guys, you wouldn't believe how many emails I get on the day after a day of my Zoom. Can't get the Zoom. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, I didn't even get a break. So now I'm live eating cherry cordial kisses after my Relive shake because I know I'm covered. And somebody eventually usually pays me off platform. Guys, to become a member of my channel, you have to do it through YouTube. I love the YouTube memberships. Please become a member through the YouTube platform because it protects your identity. It protects me from having to worry about it. You get access to the parts you have access to. So it's just so much easier. If you send me money for a YouTube membership on Venmo, I'm just going to have to refund your money because you can't get access, right? So really wish I've got thick skin. Yes, I have very thick skin. Well, guys, I've been doing this a while. And God, it's a progressive realization. God called me to this February 21st of 2019 to shed truth in the midst of lies. He told me there was a Red Sea of lies and they've divided the country like this in the wrong way, not to set people free, but to confuse people. So what God is doing through my channel is he's bringing truth to the lies. He's bringing encouragement to the hopeless, because a lot of people have been left in the middle and don't know what to think. And when I have, like people said, oh, the auctions were done. The auctions are not done. The auctions were not done. When there's all these rumors and they fly through the communities right now, everybody's buying some kind of rumor. I bring you the truth. I run it through my intel sources. They come back with the truth and they provide evidence. Okay? So thank you guys for helping get rid of the trolls. So guys, there's 300 people watching. What I'm going to do is I'm going to read you something that you need to understand if you're invested in the Iraqi dinar. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a first fruit offering. Is that what you're talking about, Terry Shipman? I'm so glad you're here because my channel's more faith-wise than anything else. Hold on. I'm looking for, oh, guys, people are like, please just pray for me. I gotta get right to his email. This is Mr. T, I call him. He is a military guy. He made money on the Kuwaiti dinar revaluation. He also made money when he used critical thinking. So I'm going to read this. I read this morning. I also included it for my Zoom, my membership partners, my Miracle Manifestation partners. It's 2 o'clock. I'm going to read this so you understand. I hate to hear stuff like that happening. Hi, Rachel. Can you please say hi to me, please? I'm Rachel. I love you. I'm from Italy. Hi. I love you too. If you truly love me, I love you too. Fuzzy Locks, I love you. Maybe a way around this, just maybe, don't know. Just saying, you know. What do you mean? Way around what? I make no money or anything. Jesus Misery? MISRY? Well, you could always join my business. You could work from home like I've done for 20 years. I've helped people make a lot of money on a part-time basis. Ciao, Richo. Yes, ciao. Okay, guys. Okay, the moderators have it. Yes, I have been looking into churches and such to donate. I'm from seriously small town USA. Well, you should just join my channel. It's free. Subscribe, tap the bell. Watch me every morning. You should watch my morning's live stream. I love your voice. You're Megan. Nice to meet you. The cool kids. Nice to meet you too. Oh, I'm part of the cool kids. I've never been part of the cool kids. I'm a late bloomer. I'm one of these chosen ones that had a crazy life, and I still have a crazy life. Which business is that? It's my shake company that I recommend. It's underneath this video. It says shakes. You can check out it, you know. And you need to use my personalized link. Otherwise, if you go to Google, then my friend David Mall will get you, and he won't give you 20% off your products like I do. I teach people how to save the most or make the most. So anyways, I got to get to this email. So this is Mr. T email. I did not have time to record a video for it, so I'm going to read it. Okay. So he says, hey, Miss Melanie. So this is why the IQD is under pressure for an immediate RI. Listen, he thinks it's going to happen by the 31st, which is tomorrow. Okay. Well, listen to this background. This is Mr. T. He's the one that to introduce him properly, we're at 42 minutes. Yes, Jesus is king all the time. Have a blessed day. So he says this is why he believes, because he made money in the Kuwaiti dinar. He also made money. He was also a special forces dude. He made money when the Swiss depegged from the euro dollar. He made like $700,000 in 3 minutes, and he showed me the receipts. So he said this is why he believes the IQD is under pressure for an immediate RI. As stated, I use facts and critical thinking in an effort to find a reasonable conclusion to a given situation. In this particular case, the situation is the Iraqi dinar. This is not guru hopium. What I am telling you and your listeners are hard, quasi-military strategic facts. However, to fully comprehend what I'm conveying will require you to join me in a historical journey, so to speak. In March 2003, when the U.S. reinvaded Iraq, we knew there were no WMBDs. The truth behind the U.S. invasion is that Saddam Hussein ordered the de-dollarization take place in his country and that Iraqi oil would be sold in euros from that point forward. Well, America's financial stability could not allow that to happen, and the U.S. took military action against them. One of the byproducts of the invasion was to secure for the United States long-term financial stability in Iraq's national oil reserves. There was a quote he put in red here. The likely economic effects of war in Iraq would be relatively small. Under every plausible scenario, the negative effect would be quite small relative to the economic benefits. And that was a quote from Lawrence Lindsay, White House economic advisor, September 16th of 2002. So immediately following the 2003 invasion, the sale of the Iraqi oil was instantly transferred back to the USD. Between October 2003 and January 2004, both the Swiss-era IQD and Saddam-era IQD were combined and then replaced with the newly printed current IQD notes. That's why if you see currency with Saddam pictured on it, it's worthless, okay? Did you hear that? So they were newly printed back then in 2003. They were newly printed IQD notes and were placed under U.S. sanctions with an official exchange rate of only fractions of a penny to the U.S. dollar. The official IQD, he calls it scheme, right? That's his words. It says the U.S. then ordered the government of Iraq to use the USD in its currency auctions for the purpose of supplying Iraq with international goods and services throughout the 20 years of the installed sanctions beginning around January 1st, 2004, with the scheduled ending date. Listen to this. The scheduled ending date of those sanctions is December 31st of 2024. Okay, yeah, we'll find out tomorrow night exactly. I'm just loving this, guys, because he's the smartest intel person I've ever seen. And he presents things differently like I do. I'm not like anybody else. Like, I'm not like Mark or Militiaman or anything. All of them seem to get the same stuff at the same time. We get different stuff because we think differently. Guys, I think like an auditor does, right? And that's why a lot of people are Miracle Manifestation members, because when you get on those, I share stuff that's ad-free that you can't get anywhere else. It comes from my experience. So look, he's saying by December 31st, he said, in short, the country of Iraq was forced by political and military sanctions to purchase the USD at the American-induced suppressed official rate, ensuring that the U.S. Treasury would take in trillions of the newly printed Iraqi dinar for the following 20 years. The United States was well aware that the following 2 decades of collecting IQD notes at a suppressed exchange rate, like we did, we bought the IQD at a suppressed exchange rate, right? That's how you got a hold of it. That's how I got a hold of it. I didn't pay a lot of money for it. It says, and where an RI would then occur in the year 2024. I didn't know it was going to be 2024. I wasn't in on this, but he's military, guys. He's high up in the military. Very good experience. He says, in which the IQD would return to its true exchange rate, meant that following the RI, America would be financially attached to a discounted Iraqi oil for the next 300 years. He goes into when the United States panicked, because this is what's happened this year and God has saved it for us, and you need to look at this through the eyes of faith. Following the 20 years of sanctions against the IQD, the United States believed that it would benefit from its IQD scheme for centuries to come. The U.S. thought that Iraq would be at its financial mercy so long as America tightly held on to all the IQD that it had taken in for 2 decades. But all this changed in September 2023, when the country of Iraq toyed with the idea of joining BRICS coalition. The United States began to panic after it was announced that the BRICS were intending not only to de-dollarize and not only plan to ditch the American Rand SWIFT financial system in favor of the new quantum. You've been told all about the quantum financial system, okay? But was also intending to launch its own BRICS currency for use by all of its member nations in international trade. What this means is that should Iraq join BRICS prior to more U.S. sanctions against the IQD and ultimately adopt the BRICS currency, then in a relatively short time, all the trillions in reinstated IQD collected by the U.S. Treasury and us, we're in there, we're little minnows. The U.S. Treasury is a big flippin' whale, okay? We're minnows. We're just blessed by the grace of God that we were born up in this country and could invest in it, or whatever country you come from. You should be happy, bloom where you're planted. Said all the trillions collected by the U.S. Treasury for the past 20 years would be absolutely worthless, and so would ours. Okay? It says, and Iraq knows this too. In fact, on February 20th, 2024, Russia formally invited the country of Iraq to join the BRICS coalition. Following Russia's invitation and the financial predicament that Iraq's union with the BRICS would place America in, it now appears that the U.S. is making certain that Iraq meets its December 31st, 2024 deadline. This is because America's only solution to the IQD debacle is to, 1, under threat of political or military action, force the RI of the Iraqi dinar to happen on schedule. 2, repatriate every single IQD in possession of the U.S. Treasury to the CBI at one time and for some sort of secure financial instrument in effort to hedge against the loss of value in the IQD due to a future BRICS Iraq membership and BRICS currency. like an oil cashier's check, so to speak, something binding even if the Iraqi currency should switch. And 3, the United States will ensure that the Iraqi dinar exchange rate come out very high in effort to maximize the IQD that are in its foreign reserves at the U.S. Treasury, meaning that every American IQD holder will also share in these higher rates. You should love that. It said, these IQD guru people have for years caused us to believe that the fate of the IQD was firmly under the control of the Iraqi government and central bank. There was also a date and a rate. We just didn't know where those treasures were buried. So then you have it, just the facts. There you have it, just the facts. Nobody else has this history. Have you ever heard this before? Iraq is hurrying to get things done, not because it simply wants to, but because it has to. Iraq really has no choice in the matter, and the final date is no later than December 31st, 2024, just as the 20-year plan has been since 2004. Otherwise, the United States could reoccupy Iraq with American forces under the guise that the USD in Iraqi hands is being used to funnel money to terrorist organizations. They got them by the short and curlies. Isabel... What he's saying, just saying. The U.S. is making sure that its 20-year oil thing with Iraq is secured prior to further or formal action by Iraq to join the BRICS. By the way, you are the only person who speaks at these events. Take a bow, LOL, Mr. T. He appreciates my work, so he came to me starting on December 18th with his unique intel. The same thing as the people that are on the ground over there came to me a couple years ago. We called him Mr. Sandman. I had him on my Zoom miracle manifestation member. I almost said mastermind again because God's bringing that. That's the reason, because I'm a mouth in the body of Christ. Our miracle mastermind groups have not been set up yet. Therefore, after we get our money, so our money must be coming. Anybody feel their hand itch? Ugh! My palm is itching. This is awesome. I'm excited every time you read this. Well, Kenya, it gets in there. That's why I keep doing it. I'm going to do it again tonight because we need to understand this, guys. We're the only person that's saying this. I mean, he's the only one applying critical thinking and not listening to the financial experts of this time. And I'm doing the same thing. I've done the same thing in my own way. That's why he reached out to me on December 18th at 2-something in the morning. I know. Put your hand in the pocket, bring in that money. Almost called this millionaire. I know. Because that's the new group that'll start. That's the 4th level of my channel that doesn't exist yet. Just like you can't go to the bank yet in the United States or any other country that's outside of Iraq. They have increased purchasing power because of my people on the street and the accountants that are doing the numbers. The people that are using their digital cards. Hold on. See my husband? Hot. He's working today. That's the only reason why I could do 3 lives today. So you thank him for his support of me. So we got to go to the page with this. Which page? This one. It's a CBI government of Iraq diagram. Look, these people on the streets represented by these little things. These are the banks. This is the CBI. All the banks report to the CBI that are on the quantum system. There are other banks in Iraq that may not be part of the new quantum financial system. Okay, but all the employees of the government are forced to be part of it because that's how they're getting paid. They get an extra 10 cents. They get not an extra 10 cents. They go from 0.0076 to 10 cents purchasing power in Iraq on the streets right now during the holidays. Why do you think they declared all those holidays? They're tracking the inflation with the increased exchange rate. To go from this, just for the citizens that are in part of the digital card systems, you understand? This is how they incentivize the new system. They put the citizens that are compliant in a case to earn more money. Right? So what they're doing in Iraq, hold on, I got to get another one. I'm new at this, so hold on. Okay, what they're doing is what we see in all the other countries is point. I don't like that. Here, let's use green. Oh, green works. 0.00076. That's what we see outside of Iraq. But inside of Iraq, Every citizen that has a digital card, the Quantum Financial System card, let's just say QFS card, because people in America understand that term, they get 10 cents. Purchasing power. Okay? Yep, green for that. We're talking about the money. Show me the money. Show me the money. So listen, we've always heard that the citizens of Iraq could get increased purchasing power before America or other countries. So guys, what if we're in the last few days? Why? They've been doing this purchasing power inflation tracking in their brand new system that has the brand new census. All of it is in place for them to track all this. All the people with the digital cards, with their increased purchasing power, then they can monitor inflation. Well, vibe with me. I didn't buy any more Dinar. Why? I don't want to expose myself to short-term capital gains. And did you hear the U.S. is changing the laws with regards to what? Certain tax laws are being changed on January 5th. We have to wait and see. Some people are saying, I'm going to sell all my crypto. Because we've had very unclear legislation regarding the crypto space. There's going to be a lot of clarity coming up next year for cryptos. This gives the concept of end times a whole new meaning. No kidding. Okay, I'm confused about this topic right now. Queen size X, then do you have a question? I can answer it. That's what I'm doing this for. I'm not doing this for my own health. This is actually detrimental to my health. Yes. Thanks for sharing the silver lining is short-term capital gains is 40% right now until they change the tax laws for long-term is 28. That's a 12% differential. You want that. Where do you get your necklaces? Katia Designs, Katia. I found her on Facebook and Instagram, and I love them. They're designed to layer. I do ultimate layering. I do a lot of layers. I love necklaces. I always have. I love anything blingy. Yes, Jackie, it's time to do some good in the world. Yes. Spiot, just listen. Who's Spiot? R.S. Sarah J. Thank you. I take that compliment. I take compliments, guys. I'm a words of affirmation person. That's my love language. My husband is acts of service. What is the cutoff between short-term and long-term capital gains? 1 year. If you bought currency 364 days from today, if it happens today, you're in the short-term category. Okay? Or 6 months instead of 364 days. You get my drift. Anything under 1 calendar year. 1 year, not the calendar. How many days you've held it. If you've held it over a year, it's going to be long-term. If you've held it under a year, it's going to be short-term. Is the inflation rate reduced? I don't follow the inflation rate in the U.S. I don't follow the U.S. at all because our politics are very crazy. Bananas. Very circus tents. You don't know what's real. They've even told you don't know what's real. It's like a Truman Show here. Not in Iraq. Iraq is pretty clear. Right? Like their media is being hallowed by all the people that matter. The World Bank, the International Monetary Fund, they're all saying Iraq is doing a great job. The consistent media message is Iraq is secure and stable. Iraq is secure and stable. Iraq is secure and stable. Even with Syria, the downfall of the Syrian president who left the country, what are we doing? We're training forces. Our guys on the ground said they sent the 1,000 Syrian forces back into Syria to keep it calm. I'm a short-term investor. It is better to donate. I know you're not allowed to answer those type of questions because you're not a lawyer. What? That doesn't make any sense. Lawyers don't deal in money like that. Lawyers don't deal in finances. You mean you're not a CPA? I'm a former CPA. I can't answer those questions because I'm a former CPA. Yeah, guys, they would love to get you to all surrender your currency and only those wealthy take advantage of this. If Iraq revalues tomorrow, does that mean we will also RV, or is there a lag time for a few weeks? We don't know, guys. We're not in control. We are minnows. We're minnows. They're the whales. The whales can do whatever the flip they want to do. But according to this that I just read, they have to do it by December 31st. They have to reinstate. Reinstate implies that they're on a public exchange, not just in Iraq. Melanie, what I'm trying to say is I've been in the door, but I haven't had it for a year. I've been in the door, but I haven't had it for you. So then your short-term capital gains, if they tax it that way, we have to wait till January. They're not going to tell us. Some people think there's no taxes on it because it is foreign currency. I think they're going to change the tax laws and retroactively affect it. Right, I know. I'm going to be happy to pay the taxes on millions of dollars. Because if it wasn't for the U.S., I wouldn't have that ability. Do you understand? This is because of Iraq's foreign policy. I mean, the U.S. foreign policy in Iraq that has given you the opportunity. So don't get it twisted. I'm grateful that I live in the greatest country in the history of the world because it gave me the opportunity to invest in this. Right? I don't rail against any one administration because we're a whole country. We're not just one person at the head. Okay? Well, Donna, that's because you're a member of my channel. Of course you think it's a trap. Did you think it was a trap, though, before I started talking about it? Thank you. M-Tone, they have record of currencies sold by traders. Yeah, I'm sure guys, let's just make it very clear. They've been able to tape us all. They can record anybody since 2008. You think they haven't been? You think they haven't targeted AI on all those or loaded up all those recordings into AI to figure out who's who? That's what I mean. You got to be a good citizen. I've always been a good citizen. I've only had speeding tickets, and those were like withhold adjudication a long time ago because I was smart enough to go to court or go to traffic school or go to whatever, defensive driving to get out of my tickets. I'm waiting it out. Me too. Guys, but I don't think we have to wait very long. I want you to believe it's already done. Amen. If you like this, you should be hitting the like. I don't care because I get to keep some of that and make it rain. Put it in. Yes. Well, guys, that's the whole point of the Miracle Mastermind group. We're going to help multiply our money. This will be the only wealth transfer we need, but there's more. God said there'll be 3 elements, and I'm not sure what's next, but God knows me and I know me. It's better for me to manifest one thing at a time. He's stretching me, and it's kind of stressful for me to think about this new house while I'm worrying about this. Sometimes when I talk in this phone, sometimes the words don't turn out. That's okay. You don't have to apologize. Nobody has to apologize, guys. I forgive, I release, and I bless. Right? I'm an honest person, and I will treat you the way you treat me. Right? I used to say I trust everybody until they give me a reason not to. I don't do that anymore because I've had close family screw me over too many times. So I'm kind of picky as to who I let into my inner circle. Right? But I trust everybody online. Right? Because you can't drain my energy like somebody in person can. Right? So I kind of stay away from a lot of people in person. Because I was the subject of energy vampires a lot. Bottom line is there are 2 different types of people. There are people that give energy. I'm a giver energy. You sense that from my videos. You sense something different. And if you just landed on my page for the first time, you should be subscribing and tapping the bell. You never know. I might never show up on your page again. Why would you give this? I would not give them out as Christmas gifts. If you already did, then you need to make sure you send them my videos and tell them to follow my instructions. What else can you do? They're out of your hands. That's why I wouldn't give that. That's another reason why I wouldn't give them to a stranger at a center. Once it's out of your hands, you don't own it. There's no tracking it. Plus, they're going to ask you to give them all your receipts and sign a letter stating that they can take them from you. It's like the biggest, it's the clearest scam in the universe, right? If you're silly enough to do that. I'm just saying. When you say we have to be a member to be able to get the live Zoom channel, do you mean YouTube member? Yeah, YouTube member. That's for the live Zooms where I'm unfettered. No ads off this platform. On this platform, I have to be very nice. I have to watch my words. There's a lot of things. I was just listening to a guy who was saying what you need to do to make sure your channel's secure. And some of the things I need to change, right? because I'm all about learning how this platform works so I can get the most out of it. Because why? God called me to this. I have to become an expert at this thing, which is the YouTube. Do I know 82 Major? No. Why? Does he sound like me? No, I don't do OnlyFans. Are you high? I'm happily married. I used to be a CPA, right? I was never a stripper. I mean, just, I don't know how those women do that. I'm too insecure for that. Oh, thank you, Karen. Brenda Richardson, because I heard they won't. Heard what won't? Heard what won't? Exchange your currency when it's valuable? Well, that's a lie. There's a lot of lies going around, guys, just like I talked about the danger of the fiat to digital transformation. There are people using my image to say, oh, you got to get a QFS card. Why? They're hiding behind my image because they're going to scam you out of your money. That's the only reason why somebody wouldn't share their real image. Think about it. I'm out here is my legal name. Sharing what? Truth, facts, and optimism, because I live above reproach with everything. My taxes are above reproach. I have receipts for everything I deduct. I know the tax laws. I also use Intuit TurboTax because they know how to put everything in the right forms. No banks take ours in because you're asking at the wrong time. Timing is everything. Timing was everything when I met my man. Timing was everything when Jesus showed up in my Jeep. God's timing is perfect. You're right. You can't, yes, but you know what? Those people that say they can give you money for the Zim at a redemption center versus a bank, what are they telling you to do? I bet they're telling you to bring all your other currencies with it, right? It's called a lost leader. They're going to offer you something for something that's not worth anything right now to get the rest of your currency. What is your YouTube channel? I'm on my YouTube channel. That was a silly question. Where can we invest? I don't teach people how to invest. This is entertainment purposes only. I answer openly and honestly questions about the Iraqi dinar. Hey, Fidel. Hi, how are you? I know you sent me some emails. Dude, I didn't have time to look at it or watch it. You guys got to understand, I've been really busy just doing my Zoom today. And yay, it's done. Thank God for big closets. Oh, I know. My new house has big closets. It's a dream come true house. It's our final forever home, right? This house was great to teach me all the things God taught me in this house. Now we're ready to surrender it. I also learned a lot about my husband. Suggestions where to buy dinar. Yeah, Right Side Collectibles website. Hold on. When I finish my braid, I can put it in the chat. Well, you should see my new house. It's gorgeous. It's flipping. It's gorgeous. My husband found it for us, but we were sitting in the truck while we had to vacate the house within an hour, which was very stressful for me. So I'm trying to, you guys, whether you realize it or not, you kind of relax me because why? I'm not thinking about anything else. I have to be present. There's a power to knowing how to live in the present moment. I can't do this unless I'm focused. So this keeps me not focusing on the clown shows, the craziness that goes on everywhere else, right? I strive to live in the present moment, and then I can hear from God better. What's the connection between U.S. and Iraq? Are they in bilateral relations? Well, Queen Size X, I just read all those details. If you go to my live stream from this morning, I did the timestamps. It was 38 minutes, I think. 38 minutes? Hold on. Let me look. I went through this letter. I didn't timestamp in here. So, yeah, U.S. and Iraq have a deal. They always have for oil, right? And so they have a deal that Iraq needs to reinstitute by the end of this year, 12/31/2024. I just read that. I'm great. How are you, Sampat Kumar? Where are you from? Guys, put where you're from. Guys, I don't sell currency. I have nothing to gain from you listening to this intel summary. Nothing. right? I'm only here as information. Norway, Russia, awesome. Who are we roasting? We're not roasting anybody. Vibe with me, you're from Ohio, awesome. Yo-Yo finds, when the currencies revalue, every bank will yes, every bank will roll out the red carpet for you once these currencies revalue, and they're going to happen one at a time. Is it official on the new house? Yes, the new house is ours. They gave us an additional time frame from January 6th was the deadline to they extended it through March 6th. So we just had a very interested buyer in here yesterday. That's why we had to clear out. That's why I had a very stressful Sunday. And today's not much better. Because I'm helping you guys, because when I'm doing this, I can be in the present moment. And when you're in the present, you can't stress, right? I don't stress when I'm in the present. And when I'm answering people's questions, I love it because it's a gift of my time and my talents to the community at large. Maybe you should move to Florida. I'm not going to move back to Florida. I think Florida's too crowded for me right now. I really do. I hate to say that. My dive master who lives in the area which I moved from that I loved 23 years ago said, Florida is like paradise lost, were his words. Like it doesn't seem like paradise anymore. It's changed so much. Why? Because of the political environments, unfortunately, right? Thank you for praying, Victoria. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your prayers. Thank you. I did a short from the from the parking lot where I was waiting for my husband to join me, and I learned something about my dog yesterday. God gave me a gift out of all that. My dog doesn't whine as much when the window's cracked. He likes the fresh air, so he gets anxious. So something I learned about my dog. I need to go get water because my Superwoman bottle is empty. One thing I learned about my dog is he didn't whine as long as the window on the side he was on was cracked. He loves the fresh air. It calms him down. And I'm thinking, isn't that so true about humans too? When I'm outside, I'm calm. Unless it's rainy like this, I don't want to be out there. Neither do my dogs. That's why they're napping. Hold on. So anyways, my whiny dog, who's always whined, when we take him to the kennel, we've always left the windows down, and it makes him whine. Yesterday it was rainy, but I still cracked the windows. He wasn't whining. You can't whine when your nose is out there sniffing. So he was sniffing, and he was happy as a clam. And I'm like, OMG. Little did I know. All I had to do was let him sniff. From Singapore, just want to ask you to forgive me. I just want to really come back to my old stuff. What do you mean, Derry Yo? Why are you seeking my forgiveness? Did you say something weird? I'm 59. I'm not ashamed of my age at all. Deviated septum, yeah, I used to have a deviated septum. I used to have all sorts of issues prior to getting on my Rela products. But you know, your body is a miracle healer if you would agree to it in your mind. You just don't know the power of your own flipping mind. Your mind, your imagination is the only thing that separates us from everybody else, the way you use it. And I know how to use my mind, and the way I use it is that I do not focus on the things the world wants me to focus on. You can change your mind about anything. You can't change your past, but you can change the way you think about it, and that sets you free. If you don't have Jesus, Jesus will set you free too, but if you don't have him, at least you can change the way you think about a circumstance. For instance, like, I don't like being cold, yet, thank God, I have a nice heated house, right? So I focus on everything I have to be grateful for, right? I got a great real estate agent who put my house listing in a great online site, right? I'm grateful for the people looking to buy it. You know, I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful. I focus on gratitude every day. I'm grateful that God led me to invest in the Iraqi dinar and led me to help you guys with it. Because why? He gave me the strategies. It's real easy, right? No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against us shall be proven to be in the wrong. And make sure you join me at 5. We're gonna toast to this being done. Why? Because part of manifestation, I'm a co-creator with Christ. He broke the bread, he blessed the bread, and then they just kept having more, right? So we're gonna celebrate tonight as if we believe this is done. Because tomorrow night I can't go live because my husband will be here, right? And he's believing that this is done too. He's been listening to my summaries and he knows I have the intel that nobody else has. So it's a blessed time to be alive, and I hope you'll join us for margaritas and manifestations tonight, right? And then we'll go and we'll get new summary. Because my intel guys, see, I haven't been doing the notifications because I'm doing these vertical lives. My intel guys are tasked with being on my lives. The colonel has set them to get on my lives, to share all the intel. Why? So we can get the truth out. We can answer all the rumors with facts. Truth, facts, and optimism is how my channel rolls. And that's why I got these intel people. And that's why Mr. T reached out to me. Right? Because I tend to bring clarity to the rumors. I don't judge anybody for participating in the rumors. I just want to bring clarity so that nobody can think clearly if you're confused. Right? God is not the author of confusion. He's the author of clarity, right? So when other people are all stressed out, I just help you guys understand what's going on. Hey, Gainer. Nope. Just rest. It's me. It's me, baby. My dogs went on alert right now. I don't know. We've got all of our neighbors totally switched over, and I think that's why God brought me a new house. I really do. I think that's why God brought me a new house. Because all my neighbors have switched over. I remember when it first started happening a few years ago, I said, are you bringing us a new house? But we looked at a couple houses. So the only one that was accepted, the offer that was accepted was the one we made on this house. So I'm like, I'm excited. I'm a little nervous about it, but it's God, right? Hey, Denise Marshall from Nashville. Welcome to my live stream. I just had my shake. We talked about the latest intel from Mr. T. Yes, there was a new article. Did I go through this? I don't know. Yes, there was a new article that Iraq's traders face uncertainty as 2025 approaches. But see, this could be a misinformation article. It said the Central Bank of Iraq has announced the termination of its electronic platform for monitoring and transferring US dollars abroad. All that means is, wait, let me diagnose this, not diagnose it, but let me translate it for you. Where's my iPad? It's right here. Look, the reason why they're like that, thank you, Jesus, for that wisdom. Look, the Central Bank of Iraq is terminating the electronic platform for monitoring and transferring US dollars abroad by the end of 2024. What is that? 12/31, just like Mr. T said. Why are they doing that? Because this is the diagram of the governor of Iraq and the CBI. See, CBI is the head of the mothership. With the new digital platforms, they don't have to look at all the transactions. Okay? Because these banks have the new digital system. Their transactions are done automatically, audited as they come in, not letting them go out. Okay? They used to only be able to audit after the fact. Now with these new systems, they can audit things as they come in. The AI is being tasked to help them find the bad people too. So with these new systems, it helps them be secure and stable. So they have to say they're terminating that. But that doesn't mean these banks, these correspondent banks aren't doing that. Right? Do you understand? Denise Marshall, where's the safe place? My friend Kevin might be on tonight at 5. If you can get on at 5, he can share his website for you. So the sun is shining here. Oh, Vicky, I'm so jealous. I miss the sun. That reminds me, I have to take my D3K2. Because I've been feeling a little under a cloud when I wake up in the morning if there's not a sun. Any intel on new coins going into use? Well, Fidel, you're asking about the digital again. We are doing a fiat transaction with this foreign currency. All the currency you hold, the Iraqi dinar, is fiat. So why are you asking about the digital? It will be digital once you do your exchange. You can't avoid taxes, DJDD. You have to pay taxes. You can't avoid them. I will never on all these recorded devices tell you how you can avoid taxes. I don't want to end up in jail. Okay? Yes, once you take your fiat dollars, your fiat dinars into a bank, you'll get a digital account. Yes, but not until then. Not even with an LLC. You need to talk to an attorney if you have an LLC. That's fine. Go talk to your attorney. I'm not here to help you avoid paying taxes. Yes, I know AI is taking over a lot of jobs. It's also taking over modeling jobs. I've seen it. Also, have you ever seen that they're using all the stars images, but it's AI? It's not really their voice. It's not perfect. You can tell it's not perfect yet, but it will be soon. You won't be able to tell the difference. Right? I mean, it's crazy. This is a juxtaposition of going from fiat to digital, right? And then a quantum leap in technology combined with AI. We've never been at this place before. We've never been at this place before. And then you've got Jesus, right? And his people. And it's just a crazy time. And God told me the reason why he called me to YouTube is there's a famine in the land of people being able to hear from him. And there's a rise of what? False prophets. There's a rise of people giving you good news messages because it plays. You want to hear that everything's going to be okay. So many people don't talk about repentance, forgiveness of your enemies. All they do is talk about the good stuff. Tim did Lily. Yeah, who's going to do something about it? Right? What did Jesus say? Be wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. When his disciple wanted to defend Jesus when they went to arrest him, and he healed the guy's ear that his disciple cut off, and he went away peacefully. Now, none of us are Jesus, right? You don't have to be led away peacefully. I don't understand why the Jews just got on the trains. I don't understand that at all. But I do understand they had no way to defend themselves. So, I'm just saying, no, you guys, that's a lie. The whole lopping of the zeros, that is a lie from the pit of hell. Whoever's telling you that, go ahead. If you want to listen to them, go listen to them. They will not lop the zeros off the currency. It's like one $25,000 note is going to be 25 dinars. That's not the way it's going to work. They're going to change the underlying exchange rate. When you understand that, you'll be part of my channel. Exactly. With the AI, guys, you got to understand what the IRS did. It doubled in size. It armed its agents. And a 30% of that budget that they passed, when they were passing all that money and they passed the budget to double the size of the IRS, 30% of that was AI in the IRS. Trump's not going to go against that. Right? No, look, before every presentation, I pray that God would open up your eyes to see and ears to hear and brain, most importantly, to understand what I'm saying so that you can be safe. Because I get it. I'm an expert in numbers. I'm an expert in finances. I'm an expert in all this stuff. I've been marinating in this stuff for 12 years. And the Bible, I've been marinating in this for 25 years. I don't expect you to catch up with me. I expect you to learn from me. So just subscribe, tap the bell. You'll learn as you go. No, I don't believe in that rate. 28.50. Nope. This is what I saw in my mind's eye that God told me to tell you about. It was the, you could expect, like, if they adjust for inflation, I said with my 3 steps that you can get by sending me an email, look underneath the video after I'm done, or under any other video, because this one doesn't have it, because I'm not used to this. Well, Cade Lewis, I've already explained the rug puller. You knew you should subscribe and tap the bell. Why did you delete Cade Lewis messages? That shouldn't have been deleted. You know what I mean? She just asked a valid question. She's questioning the rug pull. So, Kate, if you can still hear me, the rug pull was prophesied by Brandon. He was not wrong. I explained the rug pull is going to happen. To most people, they go to those centers. That's where the rug pull is going to happen. It's not going to happen by people that pay attention to my strategies. Okay, it was an accident. Okay, so forgive us, Cade, it was an accident. You dreamed a couple nights ago. Well, there you go. You're with me. I got 486, and then God said 3x. But then lately, do you remember me telling you the miracle sign of the light? One of my compacts, I use these compacts. This is one of my new ones I got for Christmas. It's smaller. One of my compacts was in my purse, and it was lighting up without me touching it. You have to touch it to get it to light. It was light up, but look what's at the light. 10x. So I'm like, ooh, does that mean 10x? We don't know. We have to wait and see. So this was 3x. So a $25,000 note at 486 is 121,500. If it's 3x, it's 364,000. One $25,000 note, right? If you have 2 million, it's 9,700,000 if it's 486. If it's 1458, it's 29 million. If it's 10x, it's a whole new ball game. David says Trump been telling us it'll be $17. You mean? Yeah, I know. Nice. Well, I'll take 29 million for 2 million. I don't know what you're smoking. I mean, guys, $1 million is a lot of money, right? Can you imagine getting $4? So these centers know what realistically you can get. But if they get you, listen, let me explain something. I've never done this, but I'm going to go for it. Okay. If somebody wanted to, if I was a scammer, and I'm not, but if I was, I would say, how could I convince a bunch of people to give me over their currency cheap? Okay. And I would be free of legal liability. Well, they wouldn't have you bring them. You would have to turn over your receipts. Here. I'm going to put red there because this is a problem. You'd have to give them your receipts. Meaning you'd be left with no evidence that you even held currency. They would make you sign something that gives them the rights to your currency. Why? Because it's a contract. An NDA is a contract, right? If you go into it of your free will and you're not under duress, then it's valid. What is there's only 3 elements to make a contract real. I studied contract law, guys. I was a business major, Bachelor of Business Administration, sitting right here. When I was in Florida, then I took an extra year, an advanced certificate to sit for the CPA exam because I didn't need an MBA. I needed a CPA to work for Price Waterhouse, where we upheld the SEC laws and made sure companies were not falsifying their financial statements. That's what I used to do for a living. You better be listening to me. A contract is offer, acceptance, and compensation. The reason why I could see through the MOUs, the memorandums of understanding, there's no consideration because they're about to change the rate. Sudani left his tour of America with 17 memorandums of understanding. Why didn't they just sign contracts? Because they're changing the rate. Offer, acceptance, and consideration. So for the NDA, what are they promising you? Maybe $28.50. So part of the NDA is there's an offer. You have to accept it by signing it. And money. That's the 3 elements to a contract. That's why they didn't sign contracts with all these countries outside of Iraq. They were all MOUs because there was no consideration. Do you understand? Offer, acceptance, consideration is the 3 basic elements of a contract. So if they can convince you that you need to sign an NDA, notice they've never shown it to anybody. They willingly sign it. They don't know they've given over their rights. So now, and then you go to one of these centers. They say they're in banks, but what if you get to your center, it's not in a bank. It's a pop-up one in a mall or an abandoned warehouse or at a Navy base. You think just because they drive through the Navy base and they check IDs that it can't be a scammer inside the base? I was smuggled into a naval air station to go to a Bible study. They had no idea what we were doing in that big building. I've also done appointments with people for my business in conference rooms inside of banks. I rented the conference room out. You could literally be inside a big banking center, rent out a conference room, and have nothing to do with that bank, and you'd never know it. They could show you on a laptop how you have a new account with all your money. Haven't you ever seen them do it on the shows? They show somebody an account, they have the money, they do the deal, and then the money's not really there. It's a fake account. So what I'm saying is, if you go and give your fiat dollars to these centers and you sign that paper, you've signed over all your rights because they offered you a rate. But that doesn't mean that rate is what you're actually going to get. And what are you going to do if the centers are gone the next day? You don't even know who the perpetrators of the center were. In other words, they're hiding behind some kind of legal thing. They hire people that earn minimum wage to do all this work. You don't know who the real people behind the center is. You see, you don't understand. Scammers think all this out. You know, the guy who does the channel that's targeting me, it's underneath an LLC. Right? There's so many ways you can get scammed out of your currency because it's paper. You know, they say never let it out of your hands. Why are you going to a miscellaneous place? No, I'm going to go to an actual bank. Right? And now they're trying to say, ever since I've been saying this, oh my gosh, the things are like, oh, well, that's that bad system. You got to get a QFS card. Then they start using my image to entice people to get QFS cards, which is allowing somebody to steal money from your direct bank account. If you tie your bank account to a QFS card that's not yours, they're going to siphon all your flipping money out of your account. Wake up. Legit banks only. Exactly. I know, nobody thinks of this. See, I think this way. Why? Because I was an auditor. I also grew up in South Florida. A lot of scammers down there. A lot of scammers. A lot of scammers. I don't know why. Salt and pepper always goes to those external areas that are also warm. Did you ever see it was in Southern California. It was based in Southern California. It's another show. I love entertainment. The show was called Dirty John. Did you ever watch that? The guy was living in a dirty trailer and he pretended like he was this guy who had money. Totally moved in with this wealthy woman and took all her money. It's like his name was Dirty John. He had nothing to his name. Wait, are you saying not to what? Do QFS then? Confused. Sharon Sedine asked your question. No, what I said is, if somebody's using my image on one of the platforms to say, oh, you need to get a QFS card, follow me to get your QFS card, that is not me. I only say email me at iamhappy77@yahoo.com. I'm a very low-tech person. I do not have WhatsApp. They're in the chats going, oh, you got to WhatsApp me. And people are sending me messages, is this you? How many times do I need to tell you I'm very flippin' low-tech? People said, oh, I should go to Bumble, Rumble, Digibyte, whatever. I said, nope, I learned YouTube. I'm staying here. Queen size X. I know. That's what I've been explaining. Where have you been? You're new, aren't you? You should subscribe and tap the bell. You'll like everything I say, especially if you love Jesus. The fact that you call yourself a queen makes me think you're a queen. I'm a queen too of the kingdom that's not of this world. I'm in the world, but not of it, right? I just said that we're moving from fiat to digital. Right now, though, the Iraqi dinar is in the fiat form. You're going to get digital for it once you exchange it, but you got to go to the right place. If you look on those dating sites, you see lots of people that are homeless. Yeah, they're looking for a nice place to land. Do you know why I think a lot of people are... I'm not going to say it. Forget it. I know Christ loves me. Well, guys, you're going to get a wealth manager if you use my 3 steps. 3 steps to a safe exchange. All my strategies come under Freedom Strategies. 3 steps to a safe exchange is $55. You Venmo me, Zelle, or PayPal me. Okay. There's debt cancellation strategies. How do you legally get them to write off your debt? How do you legally get them to write off your debt? So you're not, what do you call it? You're not in default. You're working with the bank to get them to write you off. That's the debt cancellation strategy. I've used it for years. I either negotiated my debt and paid a $30,000 balance down for 10, or I paid a $15,000 balance for 4, or God showed me how to get a huge equity credit line written off. Those are the debt cancellation strategies based on my receipts, my own experience with the Lord Jesus Christ, teaching me how to do this in the world, right? And then my tax strategies, right? I file so I get refunds, right? If you want to know how to get a bigger refund, then you need to, my tax strategy, each freedom strategy by itself is 55, all three for 167. But I'm warning you, after the Iraqi dinar revalues, I'm going to be spending so much time doing the Miracle Mastermind group Zooms with Dale, and then arranging these people to come in and talk to you, like the wealth managers of various banks, the lawyers, the trust and estates attorney. I've got one in mind already who's been my bestie for years. Well, then pay it off. If you don't need my strategy, then you don't need my strategy. You can do it by yourself. I'm not saying you have to get, God, you guys are, whatever. Communication is a funny thing. If you don't need my debt strategies, by all means, don't buy them. But if you do, buy them. The credit card bills is what I'm talking about, Steph Jones, 1971. It's for the people that do use them, which is most of America. Yes, Blue Eyes, thank you for noticing I'm about to lose it. Okay, I'm going to end this now because I'm about to lose it. because I haven't had a lot of breaks. I didn't even get a break yesterday because I was too busy cleaning my house so that somebody could look at it. I did a volunteer surrender on a car, and because they tried to resell the car, they couldn't sell it for the amount that was left on the loan. They took me to court and garnished my wage. Well, yeah, exactly. The systems are built to go against you, but you can learn from my mistakes, is what I'm saying. I humble myself before you all the time, and I tell you how I'm really feeling. I wake up depressed most days because I've had a lot of people ghost me or exile me because of my beliefs in staying the temple of the living God is pure, right? So they believe the propaganda. Yeah, it's margarita time soon. I'm going to take a nap first. I need a nap. Your girl needs a nap. I need to, and I'm not going to answer anybody else's emails till after. Because guys, I spent hours answering your emails today and also answering all the emails that I shouldn't have had to do because you couldn't find the Zoom. From Toronto. Okay, am I back? Give me a 5x5. Don't flip and call me during a live. Okay? Can you hear me? 5x5. I need a 5x5. Am I muted? Thank you, Sabrina. Either you're not paying attention to my schedule, or first of all, I don't take calls from Canada. I don't want to pay extra fees. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, the dinar conversation is, according to Mr. T, and I read that already. Thank you. And the new CBI article saying that they're stopping all e-commerce transactions by the end of the year. This is confirmation of everything we just said. And now let me go to Facebook and see if he sent me anything else. Oh, look at this. They're still not, poor guy's not feeling very well. So I think the flu is going around the base. So Lord Jesus, please help them. They sent me another article, 90% of government program goals achieved by Alabudi. This is hot news. This is why you get on the thing. I know, I pity the fool, me too. I'm like a beast. I am a goat. I am like 6,600 videos on YouTube loaded, right? After I deleted 1,500 of my original content, it's now up to 6,600, you know? Well, I'm not getting WhatsApp, Steph, or people will think I'm legitimately WhatsApping them. Do you understand? I don't care how cheap WhatsApp is. The scammers are using it to scam people using my image. How am I going to delineate if I use it? My only defense is that I only tell you you do the I am happy. And people don't need to talk to me anyway. I'm live every flipping day. What the flip? Why do you feel you have to call me? Right? Set an appointment with me if you want to talk to me, and you better pay me for my time. I do enough free stuff. Yes, I do. I have an image on my channel that they're using. I don't have an image. Yeah. Yes, live 3 to 4 times. I know. It's like, get on my flipping live. You should not be calling me. Right? I love you guys. So here's a new article right out of Iraq. This is Dinar only at an hour, right? I contacted my credit union today and asked about foreign currency exchange. They work with KeyBank on exchange. KeyBank sent, but guess what? They verify it. That's the thing you don't know because you don't have my 3 steps, right? You don't have my 3 steps, or number 1, you wouldn't be calling your credit union. I'm just saying, KeyBank, I'm a member of KeyBank. They send their currency to Miami to be verified. You going to take that chance with your fiat currency? When you give it over to a bank, it's as good as signing this contract. Then it's gone. What are you going to do if they lose it, or the truck catches fire, or it doesn't get there and they say they lost it? You go to them, they lost it. They're what? They can steal your money. The point is, anybody can. The people at the bank level can do it. I had my attorney friend go through the drive-through, deposit $1,000. She gets around to the side. She looked at her receipts. It says she only deposited $100. She went back in and they acted like they didn't know anything. They stole $900 from her. That's the bank's employees. They're trying to do it without my 3 steps. And they're trying to get in my chat they think they're saving people from my strategies. Oh my God, you guys are so idiotic. Seriously. The article, please. Thank you. Guys, I have to defend my image. It's like the scammers are everywhere. So this says 90% of government program goals are achieved. It's the day before the end of the year. The Minister of Higher Education and Scientific Research, Naeem Al-Abadi, confirmed today, Monday, the achievement of 90% of the objectives outlined in the government program. In his speech during the celebration of Iraqi Science Day, which honored researchers and faculty members from public and private universities, as well as higher education institutions, with awards for the years 2022 and 2023, Al-Abadi stated, with the advent of 2025, a year marked by great hopes and aspirations to complete scientific and qualitative achievements, we look forward to doubling excellence and creativity through dedicated efforts that contribute to providing our country with scientific and educational services, leaving a significant impact on all state sectors. Iraqi Science Day represents an opportunity to motivate expertise and enhance sustainable scientific innovation, praising the efforts of the Department of Research and Development and organizing the important event. You don't think AI is scientific? It is. I'm just saying. So Al-Abadi also pointed out the need to establish modern criteria for the Science Day Awards that align with current scientific and cognitive challenges, assessing the extent to which scientific research contributes to solving developmental issues and providing effective solutions through academic institutions. He highlighted that the scientific research file is a fundamental pillar of the Ministry of Higher Education's work, as the ministry exert extra efforts to provide the utmost resources to achieve the best scientific and academic outcomes. Over the past 26 months, the ministry has achieved more than 90% of the objectives and set in the government program. What was the government program? Reflecting a rich experience of full and tangible accomplishments. There's a lot they're not saying. Furthermore, he mentioned the establishment of the Scientific Research Authority under the 9th Amendment to the ministry's law, calling it a qualitative addition to enhancing scientific research within Iraqi academic institutions. He confirmed that this step will contribute to expanding and advocating scientific research to serve society and support Iraq's future aspirations. And again, today, what we said this morning is that the CBI did auction $298 million today, right, in their de-dollarizing efforts. But then you also heard the letter as to why and why they need to be done by the 31st. And then there was another article that came out today that said Iraq traders face uncertainty as 2025 approaches because the central bank has announced the termination of its electronic platform on monitoring and transferring U.S. dollars abroad by the end of 2024. It's right there in print, basically what Mr. T was saying. It's a good time. And if you're seeing miracles, please put them in the comments below. If you're seeing miracles, you're seeing miracle numbers. I got chills even asking that question, because these are the days of Hanukkah. Hanukkah began where they recount the miracles. You should be looking for miracles daily. Amen. Yeah, I want to be wisdom about with this, all this garbage. I know there's so much garbage information coming out. You're going to need to apply wisdom. So simplifying transfers, a new framework. It says a new framework. Uday al-Alawi, head of the Iraq Economic Alliance, outlined the previous transfer process, which involved multiple approvals from the CBI, the Federal Reserve. That's the U.S.-Iraqi collaboration that somebody else was asking about. An auditing company and the transferring bank. He explained that this system was prone to delays as a halt by any of these entities disrupted transactions. The new system simplifies these steps by allowing banks to transfer funds directly, this is the digital system I was saying, to intermediary banks, bypassing the Federal Reserve and the Central Bank of Iraq. It's right there in print. It's exactly what I was saying. It's this article. CBI diagram. It's like CBI is a mothership. They don't do the details anymore that these banks do. Okay. These are all on the same system that simplified the transactions. My right hand has been itching for the past, so I know, because the money's coming. 2 million dinar for $29 million. Is it good enough for me? I know. And that's only at $14.58. You could set up a stand store or something like that, turn your information into PDF, then you would have a direct link to your digital products. Yeah, I probably could, but I'm enough with the 3 digital programs I already recommend, which are recorded Zooms. But that is a good point, Whitney. I don't need anything else to do right now. Once the Iraqi dinar revalues, I'll have enough with my membership, my mastermind group, right? You've been seeing that also. Guys, I love this compact. I recommend these compacts. I have a lot of people I haven't seen in years popping up in my memory. Well, maybe it's because, well, you got to understand, not only are the banks going to roll out the red carpet, your family that you never knew existed or ghosted you years ago, I don't know. I'd be careful who you let back in that proved to you who they were. They're going to be on their bestie behavior with those love bombing, right? When they find out you have money. So don't tell anybody. Will I be able to read the recent articles from your page? No. Nope. You have to be on live or watch the Intel summary. Gonna have some new friends. I know. Yes, discernment is going to be necessary. I'm going to be so busy with my horses and my husband and, you know, Melanie, I was manifesting a newer vehicle and my sister called me a few days later and asked me if I wanted to buy her car that I love for a good price. Girl geek, praise God, that is a miracle. Guys, I got the miracle with an anxious text from my lady said, I got somebody excitedly wanting to look at your house. Guys, that was a miracle. Guys, the miracles are happening every day. And then my husband got me these. Do you remember me saying that my mother used to buy me Brock's chocolate-covered cherries every Christmas? You know what he got me? He got me Hershey Kisses that are chocolate-covered cherry flavor. That is another manifestation. Right? You can manifest as a co-creator with Christ. You can manifest miracles. My sister is still alive. May I point out to you, if you didn't know, my sister was given a death sentence 2 years ago. We prayed. I cast a vision that see her healthy, and she's healthy to this day. Yes, never look back. Amen. Guys, we're in this together. We're never going to be alone again. You're part of my family forever. I know. But this is because I have my 2 shakes a day. I can eat the cherry. I can also have the margaritas at 5. So guys, they changed everything that's in print here. Just know that this is happening. It says the CBI's transition strategy clarified that this transition is part of a longer-term strategy initiated in 2023 to reorganize financial transfers by And by, excuse me, and bless me, and by 2024, 95% of transactions had shifted to direct mechanisms between Iraq and the Forward Correspondence Bank, with only 5% remaining. Old platform, new platform, I'm just saying. CBI highlighted that trade with major partners like the UAE, Turkey, India, and China, accounting for 70% of Iraq's imports, now leverages alternative currencies such as yuan and dirhams. It reassured the transition is designed to minimize disruptions with measures like pre-audit. I told you pre-audit, they can audit it before it goes through. Pre-audit mechanisms and channels for personal transfers in place. The official dollar rate will reflect true economic activities, stabilizing prices and controlling inflation. The CBI stated, warning that rates outside official channels represent practices by those circumventing legitimate pathways. Again, another warning to people who work outside their established systems. They will be penalized and arrested. They've already done that. There were plenty of articles of people getting arrested. So the CBI auctions might have been the last ones today. I don't know. They're supposed to be done by the end of the year. Then there was an article about the traders face uncertainty because the 2024 is the end of that stuff. And then what did this say? 90% of the government program goals are achieved. So guys, they're heading into the new year fun and they're on break, right? Yes, 5 Eastern Standard Time is my next one where we're going to celebrate that this is already done. I believe it's done. What do you think? Melanie, you're not going to get any rest before 5 live. I know, I got to go. I love you all. May peace always be your umpire in everything. I have heard of one nation, one government multiple times. Is there a possibility? Yes. Oh, that's called the beast system. I think we're seeing it put in place right now. What do? You're wise as a serpent, gentle as a dove. These systems are very complex, but they're nothing more that we can't understand. Guys, it's just computers. It's just numbers, right? I used to be a math major, computer science minor. I used to program computers, and then I was an auditor with Price Waterhouse, where I audited a bank. I dated a branch manager for 5 years. I know a little bit about this stuff, and I'm on YouTube because God crushed me and then put me on YouTube. God never uses anybody until he fully crushes them. I've been crushed. If you've been crushed, you're about to be elevated by God. And that's what this wealth transfer is for. Yeah, there's a bunch of people trying to make people fight about the war. And I'm not going to fight with anybody because I'm here in the U.S. I'm safe in the U.S. But God is teaching me how to laugh at the troublemakers, you know, because why? I'm glad I have my counseling tomorrow, but I'm reducing my triggers. Your triggers never completely go away if you've been through a hard time, but you can reduce the volume of the triggers. And I think I'm doing a pretty good job. We are rich. Amen. We are very rich. We're rich to be together. We're rich to have these devices. We're rich to live in this country. Crush for certain. I'm expecting the good. I know. Eric. Say, send loser white boy. Guys, I have no idea. I don't care about color. We all bleed red. And we all have belly buttons. At least most of us do. I'm not sure about some of these leaders. They could truly be demons at this point. They could have given everything over and had a transformation of their body. If they don't have a belly button, I question them. I'm just saying. Oh, yeah. I hope you get some sleep soon. Well, probably not before 5. Probably not before 5, right? But I am so thankful for you. I'm so thankful for you too, Vera. Stranger Things. I know there was a reason why that was popular. There was also a reason why Night of the Living Dead was popular. Pretty Little Liars. What were some of the other ones? Thank God I didn't watch any of those. Oh, Game of Thrones. That was very popular. Everybody was watching Game of Thrones. Now you know what all the Christians are watching? They're watching that Angel Studios movie called Homestead about the end of the world here in the U.S. I'm sorry, I'm not watching that. I'm not participating in that. I know. That's probably what I'm going to take. I'm going to take a cat nap, do my intel summary, then I'll be live at 5. I'll need moderators because this is the first time I'm doing 3 live streams, all vertical. Because why? I think I get different people, but my moderators need to be on point. I haven't figured out how to notify you guys. I don't know how to do it at that level. I will do some research when I get a chance. Okay. Hey, Matt, I'm just now ending. Some of those comments must be trolls. OMG. Well, you know what? I'm going to ask Kevin to be on because he's the best troll killer there is. So I'm going to ask him to be on tonight. But guys, this has been fun. Thank you for being part of my afternoon, that I didn't have to deal with the crappy. Guys, I'd rather work. It keeps my mind off myself and my emotions that don't like being here. Just saying. I mean, I bloom where I'm planted, but this is literally my least favorite weather. But I am an overcomer. I'm not under the weather. I'm just saying, I just don't like the weather. My dogs are very happy though, because Mom's right here. Guys, I don't trust the Wise accounts, but there was somebody in the chat that does. You decide. I don't trust them. But free will, baby. We all have free will. I love you all because we have free will. Praise Jesus that we got freedom coming back. I know, damn bananas. Okay, guys, I hope everybody takes a nap. I'll see you soon, within the hour. Bye.